So, we're recording this late at night. Sorry if the lighting's not quite right.
It looks awful.
We're
Looks
kind
so
of
fussy
fuzzy.
around.
Yeah. Well, you might have noticed Caleb's been doing a couple more streams over the last few days. Been spending a little bit more time with Wifey and with Sean. When bad news cometh. It kind of all came at once, I guess. You guys already knew about the power bill, us possibly getting shut off now in 2 days, because it's technically the 20th. On the 22nd, our stove broke like last week. But the big heavy hitter is we lost the baby. We went back to the doctor and there was no heartbeat. Sean's fine, for those of you wondering. I didn't know what to put in the background, so I've got one of our old videos of Sean in the background right now. What do you want to say, honey?
Can't say anything right now.
We were, at first it was kind of like we prayed early on for because with Sean, we had placenta previa, which is kind of a rare issue, but we made it through that. So we were kind of praying for a pregnancy with no issues, and Wifey didn't get nauseous, and we were all kinds of excited about that. And we went in, we saw the first sonogram and had the baby's heart rate, and we even put that on the Facebook group pictures. And you're never sure, because it wasn't long enough to find the gender of the baby, but we were thinking it was probably going to be a girl. That's, Wifey said she just had this feeling. So we teased about some names. I made a comment kind of as a joke in the Facebook group to name it Jilly, because it looked like a jelly bean, and we could call her Jilly Bean. So Wifey got this kind of a neat idea. Or I think it was you came up with it. We're gonna take him or her and bury her in the yard, and try to plant kind of a tree somewhere in the yard. And we'll call that, at least I'm gonna call that the Jilly Bean tree.
The jelly bean tree. You're silly.
That way it's still kind of close, Lots of couples have been through this. This is just our first time, hopefully our last time going through this.
I was telling him that if I had known that the trade-off was no nausea, I prefer to have a healthy baby and all the nausea. It's just tough.
Yeah. But we wanted to, obviously you guys would figure it out sooner or later. Why isn't Wifey getting bigger?
Maybe I will be getting bigger if I keep on eating this much. Not in the right proportion though.
Sorry, try to keep a sense of humor. Anyway, yeah. We're still, someday, might not be right away. In fact, we're pretty sure it won't be right away. We're gonna give it a little time after this. We're still planning on having a second kid at some point. I've always kind of wanted two. Didn't want a middle kid because I was a middle kid, and didn't want Sean to be an only child because I know lots of only children, including family members that are jerks. Just didn't want to have an only child. Wanted to have more social, I don't know what you call it, just a sibling to grow up with. I can't imagine growing up without a sibling. I had two of them. Hate them both. No, I'm just kidding. I love them both dearly. So anyway, we're going to try again at some point if we're able. As far as the technicality of it, for those of you who are probably going to be asking questions, as far as we know, the heart just stopped. This happens apparently, and you looked up the statistics, right? And the doctor told you something. Like,
I mean, it just happens.
Yeah.
There's a lot of women out there that have gone through this.
We're certainly not the first, by any stretch.
I just never imagined it was gonna happen to us. So
Yeah.
it's definitely tough. It's probably one of the toughest things I had to deal with throughout all my life. So.
I think it would have been a little easier if we hadn't gone to get that sonogram like a week and a half before and saw the baby, and, you know, not like we saw much movement, but heard the heartbeat and everything.
I don't know. I don't know that it would have been easier.
Anyway, we just wanted to let you guys know kind of what we've been dealing with, kind of why maybe, you know, we seemed a little bit more bummed out here lately. We love you guys and we appreciate your support. If you guys are believe in it, then pray for us, and if not, then just, you know, maybe send positive vibes or whatever else. I don't know. We're certainly going to be praying. Feel a little guilty because one of my prayers, and it sticks kind of deep right now, one of my prayers throughout this was, and the last one, only it's changed a little now, is I'm not a very strong man. We've all got our battle scars, but I don't think I'd be composed enough to lose my wife or my child now. So that was kind of my prayers. Lord, no matter what, please make sure that they pull through safely, that nothing happens to them. I mean, I don't know. Anywho, anything else you want to say?
No.
Not one of the most fun videos. We'll still be around as long as we can be. We love you guys. Thanks for your support. But we just kind of wanted to share with you guys what's been going on. Yeah. We'll see you. Love you. Helps to have this thing. Wifey's off camera right this minute. Kind of feeling a little overwhelmed. Just wanted to add that we feel really fortunate that we've got Sean, despite all the complications kind of we went through with him. And to other people who have gone through this, and I've got a lot of respect.